You're tired. Not the kind of tired that comes from effort, not the tiredness of long days or hard work, a quieter tiredness, the kind where you haven't done much, but you still feel drained before the day really starts. And what makes it harder to explain is this: nothing is obviously wrong. Your life might even be fine, so you start to turn inward. You wonder if you're lazy, or unmotivated, or just not disciplined enough anymore. But this isn't a personal failure, because what you're feeling doesn't come from doing too much, it comes from holding too much open. Here's what's different about life now. Every moment contains options, not choices you make, but possibilities you're expected to keep alive. Other paths, other versions of your life, other things you could be doing instead. The mind doesn't just track what you're doing, it tracks everything you aren't doing. And that is exhausting. For most of human history, paths closed naturally. You lived where you lived. You did what was available. When something ended, it ended. Today, almost nothing closes on its own. Careers stay reversible. Messages might arrive at any moment. Content never runs out. Alternatives remain visible forever. The brain was never designed for permanent possibility. It was designed for commitment and completion. This is why rest no longer feels restorative. You stop moving, but your mind doesn't stop considering. Scrolling feels like rest, but it opens more loops than it closes. You're not recovering, you're accumulating. Rest only restores energy when something feels finished, and very little feels finished now. Here's the part people don't talk about. Every option you keep alive costs a little energy, not consciously, but quietly. When everything remains possible, nothing fully receives your attention. And when attention is divided too many ways, even small things feel heavy. This is why starting feels harder than continuing. Starting means letting other possibilities die, even temporarily. The mind resists that loss. This is why even comfortable lives can feel thin. It's not lack of gratitude, it's not privilege blindness, it's the absence of edges. When life has no clear boundaries, no real beginnings or endings, experience bleeds into itself. Without edges, nothing lands. And when nothing lands, energy never returns. Burnout comes from output. This comes from unresolved potential, from lives lived in draft mode, from always knowing there's another tab open, another path you could switch to, another version of yourself you haven't chosen against. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because you're never allowed to be done. Relief doesn't come from better optimization. It comes from fewer open loops, from letting some options close, from allowing some possibilities to die, from inhabiting one thing at a time, not forever, just fully. Energy returns when the mind senses containment, when something has a beginning, a middle, and an end. If you're tired even when you don't do much, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means your mind is carrying more unrealized futures than it was ever designed to hold. Fatigue isn't always a lack of energy. Sometimes it's a lack of closure.